Welcome to this special sports edition. I'm Steve Setmiller, Senior Coordinator of Athletics. Today in the studio we have Coach Sandra Sawyer from Lake Taylor High School, head basketball coach for the Lady Titans, and she's brought a star player, Janiah Quinterly. Welcome. All right, we have you both down here to talk about your recent season, and we're going to start with the recent state finals that you participated in. Okay. So, Coach, talk a little bit about the final game.
Going into the game, we knew that they had 3 seniors that had already signed D1 school. We knew we had to keep Amari Anthony off the board. And we knew that the point guard, Maddie Green, was going to JMU, and she was a bona fide point guard. And they had some players that we had to reckon with. So we were aware, and we knew what we were in for as far as our task. But going into the game, I mean, playing the game itself, things happen like it normally do. We get a lead. The defensive pressure that we gave was as I expected. We turned them over. We just got a lead because they're a good team. You know, they weathered the storm. They came back, and for 3 quarters and a half, it was back and forth like a championship game should be.
So Janiah, going into that game, how did you feel and how did your teammates feel in terms of could you finish the task and win a state championship?
We felt ready. We was ready to win the state championship, and we put everything on the line to win that game. Okay.
Coach, let's get into the game a little bit more. You said you were up. It's a typical game, back and forth, but they went on that 12-1 run in that 4th quarter. So talk about that and how you kind of kept your team afloat and pushed towards the end there.
Well, yeah, they went on a 12-1 run, like you said, but it's not like we were turning the ball over and it was time to call a timeout. We were still making them turn the ball over. We were getting steals, and wow, it was just a team that I hadn't seen before. Got frustrated with missing easy layups, just doing things that were very uncharacteristic. And as I look back watching the film, because I had a young group out there, I probably should have called a timeout just to regroup and get us back mentally. But every time we miss, we get another steal.
So Janiah, in that run, I mean, how did you feel, and how were you sensing the other players during that period of time?
I felt it was like I had to keep myself together to keep going.
So let's talk a little bit something. The state game is over, and let's look at the year now. You had a heck of a year. You were Player of the Year in Region 4A, I believe, and so tell us about that.
I didn't think it was a big deal at first, but when my dad and Coach Sawyer talked about it, I noticed like that was a big accomplishment for me.
Okay. Coach, she wins this award as a freshman. How surprised were you that she was able to accomplish that?
It may come across as being arrogant, but I wasn't surprised. I mean, from day one, I knew I was going to put the ball in her hand. She was going to be our floor leader. And I present Janiah with challenges every day. So when she achieved that or accomplished that, that was expected.
Okay.
I never mentioned it to her as far as pressure, but her floor play is just natural. She's just a natural athlete.
All right. And so yeah, I mean, you have this great athlete going into the season. You've been waiting for her to arrive.
Yes.
And she
yes.
came to Lake Taylor.
Right.
So talk about the team, the overall team, the culture of Lake Taylor. You know, it's a winning culture.
Right.
And, talk a little bit about that.
We thrive off basically guard play, having good point guards. Of course, Janiah would be probably one of the greatest. Fionda, Linda Stepney, Jasmine Walters, you know, it goes on and on. But sitting down talking with Janiah, and a lot of people are going to compare her to the other point guards. And I just challenge her to be the best, You know, at this age, she's worried about friendships and things like that. And where she's going to go as far as basketball, some of her friends, they just can't go there. Not trying to be conceited, it's just that, you know, I'm going here, and when I get back, we can go out to eat lunch. But at some point, she's gonna have to separate herself from that, and she knows what is expected, and there's really no pressure on her. It's on the court. She's just playing basketball. I mean, this is what she's been doing since I don't know how long.
So with this team going into the season, I mean, and obviously I know what your expectations are day in and day out, but did you expect this team to be in the position they were
Yes.
at the end?
Yes.
Okay. I knew the
Yes,
answer.
no question.
Answer.
Yeah,
Ask it.
because we got to the semifinals last year, and we played the best team probably in the country with Megan Walker, but I felt we had a better team coming back, and of course some of the other teams had players that were coming back. So I knew once we got over, we talked about it in practice, and we actually stepped over the threshold together as a unit, where we got to at that point. All right, now we're stepping over to the next point. So getting to the state championship, that was one of our goals. Of course, we wanted to win it, but it didn't happen, unfortunately.
Right. JJ, moving to next year, what have you learned from this year that you can take next year to finish the task and win a state championship?
That sometimes when the game is on the line, I need to step up and keep scoring, keep doing what I got to do as I was doing before.
Okay. So, Coach, I mean, you know her talents. What does she? And every player has room to improve. What does she have to work on?
Personnel. JJ is so unselfish that she will pass the ball to anybody at any given time. And as a point guard, being a great point guard, which she will be, she has to understand her personnel. Certain people can't get the ball in certain situations. Mm-hmm. So she's learning from that, watching film, understanding, not being selfish that she has to hit the ball, but we want to get the best shot. Okay. And it's give or take. I'm taking my chances. She's going to learn. That's the only way she's going to learn. Out there being it, making those mistakes or having that experience and getting better at it. So I'm in it for the long haul, however long it takes for her to actually get there. She's going to always make some mistakes, but just understanding personnel, okay. Like not giving the ball to certain people in certain situations. I think that because she's so free, like she don't understand that everybody's not at her level. So she's giving the ball to whoever's open at any given time, and not to slight anybody on the team because they all work hard in practice, but that's what she needs to separate herself from on the floor.
All right. Coach, again, we mentioned the culture at Lake Taylor and what you've done. You've been at this a few years now, so what keeps you going?
I really like the relationships that I've established with the young ladies. Janiyah can tell you, even over the summer and spring workouts, girls coming back from the first state championships, Crystal, Toy, everybody's coming back, giving something to them, talking about how it used to be for them. The relationships, I mean, I love winning. I love the championships, and I like seeing the girls go on to college with their scholarships, but the relationships is just something that is far more rewarding than a trophy.
Okay, well, it is nice seeing the former players come back in the gym, right, to give back, right, and socialize with you and the team. So, right. Coach, continued success. Janiyah, we love watching you play.
Can I add one more thing?
Go ahead.
I know I'm not trying to, but Janiyah was also just awarded 4A Coach Player of the Year for the state. And we just voted last Sunday, and she was also first team All-Time Award. Right, so she has a lot of accolades that, just much due rewarded.
Okay. So, again, continue to work hard. We can't wait to watch you next year or in the next 3 years. So, good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
More NPS Now after this.
features the Region A champions from Norfolk, the Titans of Lake Taylor High School.
Ladies gotta get out to the wings. Play smart, have fun. Titans on 3, 1, 2, 3. Titans! Hey, the shot go up, ladies. We got to make sure we got the ball. Everybody got to rebound when we're on defense. Okay, everybody got to box out. Everybody hold each other accountable. Do your job. Be responsible for your person. Okay, no cheap fouls. Come on, let's go. Come on, ladies. Let's finish this.
We too quiet on defense. We can't hear you. Y'all got to communicate.
Come on, ladies. I see. I think I know who want to play now. Some people, I gave a lot of people a chance. Come on, let's go out there. Let's go get this thing.
Right here, y'all.
As bad as we played, ladies, we only down, what, 3 points? That's a bucket. Come on. Everybody self-check themselves and say what they could do better. Say it to yourself and then go out there and do it. Come on, we got to believe in this thing. Believe on 3. 1, 2, 3. Believe. Let's go. Be ready, Kayla.
Follow the ball. Follow it. Move it. There it is. Hello, Kate. Hello, Kate.
Be patient. Come on. Good shot coming around, JJ. Swing it. Good shot, girl. count? You won't count it? Wow. Oh my God. Hey, Mr. Ralph. I just asked her how far was she on the count. She said I wasn't even counting. Oh, can she pretend? We got, being a young team, we've been in some games that close. But when you have a lead like that, we got to be able to close it out. We got to be able to take out the ball better. We got to defend. We got to do everything better. There's no one certain thing that occurred. Collectively as a team, we just didn't get it done.
Called a foul on black one. Yeah, he grabbed his arm when he was trying to go for the rebound. For the rebound? It wasn't a rebound. I thought it was a duck in. Oh, no. The ball was going out. He tried to go to get the ball. Black one pulled his arm. I had a great look at it. I was standing right there.
got a defensive rebound.
Yes.
You got a rebound. You got a rebound.
Right there, we right there. Right where we want to be, gentlemen. Let's go. Gotta fight.
Hey, in the first 4 minutes, we can put this thing away. They start running crazy traps. We laying the ball up. Verse 4. What are we supposed to do? I'm talking about they're in a 1-3-1, so they got to get in spots. squeeze and paint, but they're not going to shoot a three. So, hey, are we blitzing the handoff? Come on, guys, come on, right here. Team on three. 1, 2, 3, team. lined up, and I can't have a better group than this staff and these boys here. I love these guys. We the first. We the first.
And number 33,
They gonna catch me on low. I'm gonna go down the guys, man. I need a nitroglycerin pill or something.
Files us up. Files us up. We made history. Files us up. Let's go. Number one, man. History, number one, man.
Jalen, congratulations. Talk about this championship and how's it feel?
It feels real good, man. I just want to say I love the guys, man. Everyone for up them, we want to be here, and I just want to say I love them to death, and it was a good win.
Well, you fouled out. So when you went to that bench, what were your thoughts watching the other teammates get this done for you?
Well, we have a good team, so when I fouled out, I just knew I believe in it. Whoever came in after me, I just believe in them, and let them do this thing.
All right, Darian, congratulations. Going into this game, what was your mindset?
We just know we had to come out here and fight hard. We didn't want to have the feeling we had 2 years ago when we lost to Monica in state championship.
I mean, you were the guy, man. You had the ball in your hand 90% of the time. How'd that make you feel?
It made me feel good that like my teammates and my coaches trust me for me to do what I got to do to get the team to W.
All right. You went to the line with 0.4 seconds. Tell us how you felt going there.
I tried to make both of them, but the first one slipped, came off wrong, so I just had to make the second one so we can go overtime.
This has been an exciting night. Our boys fought very hard. They played hard until the very end. I'm just so proud of them. They stand for what it means to never give up.
And talk about, the girls team, even though they came up a little bit short, just talk about the whole day and what it means to the Lake Taylor family and community.
It's just exciting for us to get here. The message of never giving up, always fighting for what we believe in. The girls played a great game. They're a very young team. They'll be back again and win the state championship next time.